Welcome everyone. My name is Julian DeVoe. We're going to go through some movements today specifically designed for the shoulders. Help relieve any stress or tension, perhaps even bring in a little bit of strength. So before we begin, take both hands to your belly, gently close your eyes, and begin breathing in and out through your nose. This is deep belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. This allows us to connect with our center, to come into the present moment, to focus. The invitation is to see if you can maintain this form of breathing throughout the duration of our practice. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them, release your hands, and we're going to start in with some gentle shaking. Shaking is a fantastic way to start any practice, to start your day. Many athletes do this, Qigong practitioners. It's a fantastic practice just to get things going. Just these movements in amongst themselves is an entire exercise. I recommend to shake 5 to 10 minutes a day, 1 to 2 times a day. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. Let some sound out. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And again, one more time. Inhale up and release. Now drop your head to one side. Gently nod your chin. Yes. Just find different trajectories in this stretch here. This is really going to help open up the neck, start to get into our shoulders. And roll your chin to your chest, opposite side, gently nod your chin, yes. You can imagine that you're shaking water out of your ear. Just really nice, gentle, opening movements. Gentle shaking. Now just go side to side, gentle head rolls. In one direction, go the other direction. Spell your name. And inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. And inhale up. And exhale, release. Come to stillness. Pause here for a moment. Feel the sensations in your body. Okay. Shoulder rolls. Start by going backwards. Many of us have a tendency for our shoulders to be hunched forward. We're just going to roll back. Try not to pop the lower ribs too much. Gentle rolling back. Tendency for the shoulders to be forward comes from work or driving, computering. Could be all sorts of different things. So I'm just going to start by rolling back. And then now let's go forward a little bit. Gentle shoulder rolls. Really nice, beautiful opening movements here. Get us into the shoulder experience. Now alternate like you're doing the backstroke. And switch directions. Might be challenging going one direction or the other. One arm might be different. It's totally normal. Okay, let's settle in and start by shaking one arm. One arm. So nothing movements here, just shaking it around, shaking off any stress or tension. You can go up overhead and go behind you, arm swings. Just kind of make it up here. Really just loosening up. This is wonderful, wonderful. To start to open up the energy lines and let go of any stuck tension. And now you're going to take your arm up overhead and shake your hand. And now take a big inhale, taking a little bit more, and then very long, slow exhalation through your nose, off your arm to float down gently. And then take a moment here, check in, notice the difference between the left side and the right side. Okay, here we go, opposite side. Shaking out. Nothing movements, beautiful movements. Arms can go up and back, can go forward and front, behind you, however you feel. It's really, make it creative, make it expressive. Don't have to do anything. There's no wrong way of doing these movements either. And up overhead. And take a big inhale. A little bit more. Long, slow exhalation through your nose. Allow your arm to float down. And again, notice the sensations. Perhaps more warmth in your hands, or tingling, or buzzing. Okay, beautiful. From here, inhale, take your hands up. Exhale, push forward, then come out, just as if you're doing the breaststroke. And then come in and come forward. Breathing in and out through your nose. Forward. This is called bear swimming. I like to envision an Olympic bear parting the waters. It's beautiful action. When you do these on your own, you can do them fast, you can do them slow, you can turn this into a meditation. Bear swimming. It's come from a variety of Qigong traditions. Some of these practices have been adapted. I consider myself a movement enthusiast. Here, forward. Time, go forward. And as we part. And then we come all the way out to the side. And then we reverse the direction. Now as if we're doing the butterfly stroke. Gentle revolution in the shoulders. Really, really nice here. Inhale, the arms come in. Exhale, your arms go out. Inhale in, exhale out. When it comes to your breathing, you want it to be in and out through your nose, and try and sync your breath with the rhythm of your movement. Explore different things. And last one here. And come in. And now with your palms facing up, we're going to do one side at a time. With your palms facing up, we're going to do another form from Qigong called serving tea. And again, this is a modified form. This is an adapted form. So just do the best you can. So we'll start with our left hand. And we're going to move from the pinky side. So the pinky side will come in, and we're just going to go halfway. And then come back. Pinky side goes in, go halfway, and then come back. Or shoulder height. You'll see that this is halfway in a moment. We're just going here. Now this next time, Come up and take it all the way up overhead, palm up, come up overhead, and then come down. Full shoulder revolution. And keep going with that action. So the palm faces up as if you have a teacup in your hand, as if you're serving tea. And I like to bring a little bit of hip movement, a little bit of waist movement in, just to make it a bit more expressive. And with these movements, try different things. Perhaps close your eyes as it goes overhead. Look over one shoulder. There's no wrong way of doing these movements. Do one more. And back down. Now the other side, the right side. Remember, we're going to move from the pinky. We're going to go halfway and back. Halfway being shoulder height. Forward and back. Palm up. Here we go. And you might only be able to go to here. That's okay. The palm might turn down. That's also okay. Now we're going to go up. We're going to follow that movement all the way through up overhead. I like to watch my hand and just keep flowing with it. This might take a little bit of coordination, a little bit of figuring out. Part of the learning process is struggle or is confusion or is, I don't know. So move through it. Allow yourself to make your mistakes, and there are no mistakes really. So we'll do one more. Up overhead and come down. Okay. Back to that first side. So now we moved from the pinky side, so now we're going to move from the thumb side. So we'll do the same thing. We go thumb up, this halfway or shoulder height here, just like this. Still the palm is facing up. And again, I like to look. If you're serving something, you're offering something. What are you offering? What are you giving? Okay, next time we go up and keep going up overhead. And we come down. And keep that fluid action going. And you can move nice and slow with this if you want. Make it a meditation, make it more refined. Or you can speed it up, you can get creative. Beautiful actions here. I like to bring a little hip movement, a little torso movement in. Really enjoy this. Okay, one more. Here we go. Sort of out. Come up overhead. Come down. Beautiful. Now let that go. Here we go. Right side. So we're going to move from the thumb, serving up and back. Up and back. Again, we're offering out. Offering out. Okay, here we go. Offer and then go up overhead. Beautiful. Notice the difference between one side and the others. One side feel more fluid. Are there little pops or creaks? One side a bit more challenging, but this is great for shoulder rehabilitation, full revolution in the shoulders, just loosening up. It's beautiful action here. Beautiful action. I can feel in my body the differences between the left side and the right side. No judgment here. Just move. Okay, here we go. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Okay. Come back down, let that go. Integrate just for a moment. Now inhale. Draw the shoulders just up and back, and arms come out, palms up, thumbs back, and try and revolve your thumbs back as if you're tipping that tea, or as if you're rolling a ball off the back of your hands here. And try and not let the ribs flare too much. Try and pull those in, arms up. And this can be very challenging over time. This can be a strength building exercise. We're not going to be here too long, but if you need to take your arms down, feel free. Now take your thumb in to your palm and then wrap your fingers over. And now we're going to go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And this turns into a strength exercise pretty quickly. Again, if you need to put your arms down, it's totally fine. Over time, as you do these movements, you'll develop more strength. This one's called Hitchhiker. The thumbless hitchhiker. I don't know how much success you would have hitchhiking if your thumbs were covered like this, but you could try it. I like to look side to side just to kind of see a little different head action in here, see what happens. And then now one side up and one side down, and we're gonna go side to side like this. Just notice the differences in side to side. Notice how that feels. You can move your head in different ways. You can look at the palm that goes up, and you can look at the one that goes down, and notice how that changes the trajectory of your stretch. What are your natural tendencies? And then how can you build new neural networks? When we do different things, we build new neural networks in our brain. Helps with thinking, coordination, balance, stability, these sorts of things. Okay, now let's go forward and back. Feeling the burn a little bit, perhaps. Here we go, forward and back. And open up. Draw in just as much as you reach out. And lower down. Beautiful. Now the last part of our standing for the shoulder work is we're going to take one shoulder at a time and slowly bring it up. Slowly, slowly, slowly up as high as you can. And then go nice and slow down. Nice and slow down. Notice as you do this if there are any sticking points, if there are any points of like slight tremors or stuckness, any of these sorts of things. We're bringing new awareness, we're bringing new life back into these parts of our body. Bringing more motor skills and coordination. So we'll do two more here. Up nice and slow. And slow down. Last one. There we go. Okay, opposite side. Same thing, slow up, slow down. Last one up. And down. Okay. Do a little bit of shaking here. Just a little bit. Shake that off. Again, drop your head to one side. Extend the opposite arm. Shake a little bit. Your hand is lower than your shoulder. And allow for that arm to go down. Roll your chin to your chest. Opposite side. Opposite arm. Breathe in and out through your nose. And come back to neutral. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And last one, inhale up. Exhale, release. Come to stillness. Now we're going to take the rest of this experience to the floor. So here we go. Find a comfortable way to get down to the ground. And we're going to come to all fours. We're going to start with a gentle forward and back. Just gentle forward and back. Reach with the head and a reach with the tail. Not going to be here too long. Just a little bit of a awakening into this position. And now, take one hand and place it about a hand's length, a little bit more than a hand's length forward. You'll find it when you get there. And sink your hips and tail back. Find a nice stretch on that side that's extended. Be sure to push down into the ground and make the action as if you're pulling both of your hands back. Breathe deeply into your belly. And push into the ground. Switch hands. And lower back. Push both hands into the ground. And make the action as if you're pulling them back. Breathe deeply into your belly, in and out through your nose. And push down on the ground. Inhale, come up. And that first side that extended, take it over in front of the opposite hand and lean back again. So we're changing the trajectory of the stretch here. Again, both hands push into the floor and gently pull back. And inhale, come up, switch sides. As you put yourself in these shapes, feel free to move, feel free to wiggle. That might change how the stretch lands in your body. And inhale, come up. Come back to all fours. And now lift one arm up and thread underneath the opposite arm and take your head down. This is called threading the needle. And I like to move a little bit. I like to rock a little bit with my hips. I can move the head a little bit here. Just find different ways to get into this stretch. And inhale, come up, back to all fours. I'm gonna go opposite side. Inhale the arm up, come through. Thread the needle. Here we go, opposite side. And you can be still here, you can rock. And inhale, come up. Now, come through. We're gonna take this to our back. Come to a comfortable lying position. Let yourself settle. And we're gonna start with one arm. So again, it doesn't matter which arm. Lift one arm up and then reach your shoulder off the ground and then allow gravity to take it back. This is called shoulder thumping. So you reach and release. Reach and release. This is on, this is off. This is on, this is off. Active, passive. It's a great way to release any gripping or tension. This gentle thumping helps to stimulate the bone marrow, create stronger bones, bone density, beautiful healing vibrations. So reach and thump. your own pace, your own speed. You're welcome to turn your head. There's no wrong ways of doing these movements. And now come to the back of the arm. Release any gripping or tension in the lower body. Breathe deeply into your belly. And now the hand. And last one, reach and hold, reach, 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 and thump, thump. Come to stillness. Notice the difference between the left side and the right side. Okay, here we go, opposite arm. Reach and thump, reach and thump, shoulder thumping. Great therapeutic benefits to this shoulder thumping. It allows us to unhook from any forward stuckness in our shoulders or any residual tension. This helps to send signals to the nervous system. This is on, this is off, this is on, this is off. And now back of the arm. And I notice sometimes when I do these movements, there's tension in my lower body. So I try and actively release that with my breath. So see if you're gripping anywhere or there's any residual tension that you can let go of. So just the arm can move. And the hand. And last one, reach and hold, reach and hold, reach, 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 and release, thump, thump, thump. Notice sensations in your body. Okay, the last part of our sequence. Take both arms up, bend at your elbows, clasp your elbows. Doesn't matter which arm is in front or behind, just take note. Clasp your elbows, keep your head with a gaze toward the ceiling, and then drop your elbows over to one side. We're using gravity here. We're partnering with gravity so our body can unwind, can stretch itself. So you're not forcing this stretch. Your lower arm might not be touching the ground. It might be up here. That's okay. With your breath and with time and practice, eventually your shoulders, your arms will release. Flexibility in the opening will happen. And inhale, come up. Exhale, opposite side. And inhale up. And now you're going to switch the cross of your arm. So whatever arm is in front will then become the arm and back. So you switch the cross of the arms, and this time you'll drop your shoulders and you'll roll your head the same direction as your arms. What happens if you See if you can get your ear even closer to the ground. Inhale to neutral, exhale, opposite side. Your head goes the same direction as your arms. Inhale, neutral. Switch the clasp. And now this time, you'll drop your arms to one side. Your head will roll to the opposite. So we're sending signals here to the body that our head and arms, head and shoulders can move in opposite directions. And with your breath, allow for any tension to be let go of. And inhale to neutral, exhale, opposite side. Inhale, neutral. Okay, last time, switch the clasp. And now with this one, we're going to get creative. We're going to move in different ways with the arms and the shoulders. Allow for your head to roll, to do what it needs to do. What happens when you look toward your shoulders? What happens when you look away? How can you start to bring in a little bit more creativity, a little bit more freedom? What happens if you take your arms overhead or down below? Pause in one area and move to the next. A little bit of freedom. So these are just ideas that you can take into your practice. You can weave these in throughout the course of your day. You can do them how you like. But if you carry stress or tension in your shoulders or your neck, these exercises, beautiful, beautiful ways to help regenerate, heal, just help you feel better. So now we'll release. Palms up. Just breathe here just for a moment. And take your feet flat, knees bent, roll onto one side of your body. Take one breath. Push yourself up to seated. So thank you for joining me in these movements today. Hopefully your shoulders feel good, they feel strong, they feel loose and relaxed. See you again next time.